Hello, this is my first stream with Twitch. I'm going to be doing this for some of my projects, so if you're interested in doing this, feel free to watch. So I am working on the React final JavaScript project. And for this project, you're supposed to create a replicate of a website that is your favorite website. So you can use like Facebook, Twitter, or Reddit, or any kind of website like that. And you're supposed to create as complete of a version of that website as you can using the skills that you have learned within the curriculum. But I'm going to do something different in trying to make my own unique website based off of an idea that I had. And yeah, so I have some data that I have for essentially it's a curated information site that people can sign up for and pay for access to the database essentially to create their own versions of the data that I'm talking about, and then also pay a higher price to get access to a actual database with sensory lexicons within it. So I was a sensory scientist for time being, and that's where I actually got training in food science for my degree. And this idea stems from that. I train people on how to taste, and specifically on sensory attributes, which are essentially basic sensations that humans perceive and are perceived within food products or pretty much anything, but mainly food products, and train them to identify and recognize those things. So we use these things called lexicons, sensory lexicons, and if you've ever seen a flavor wheel, that's how flavor wheels are made. They're essentially the terms that are used and they're just displayed visually. So I'm making a website that is using that kind of data essentially, and it'll be tailored towards sensory scientists specifically to make it easier for them to have their own sensory lexicons, but also to access the published literature that's out there, but all in one place. So that's my idea. All right. Probably gonna take some time to get set up though. So I'm gonna go. How should I do this? I'm gonna do it over here. Okay. Where will this go? New window. Yep, that's what I want. But I want a new window on this screen. New window. Really? Okay. Can I just click this? New window. Is there a window already open over here? Interesting. Okay. There we go. Okay. What's up, Gup?
You twitching?
I'm twitching, yes.
Are you live right now?
Yes. I'm gonna share out a link on Twitter and see what happens. I don't know. Huh.
No? No?
You picking your nose?
No?
I gotta figure out how to share this. Okay.
Good luck.
Thanks, Gup.
Good luck.
Okay, yeah, I will. Hey, we could, you could watch me Twitch.
Yeah. Spend the whole day doing
Where is the share icon? Blah, blah, blah. Stream info? Maybe this is. No. I guess I gotta go to Twitch. Oh. Oh. Ah! Okay. I sent out the link on Twitter, so we will see what happens there. But other than that, I'm going to get started. I'll write a welcome message in the chat first. So I'm building the final JavaScript project for the Odin project. Oh, look at that. Someone followed me. Cool. Jobless Ruffle. Sweet. Thanks for the follow. That was pretty fast. Let's see where this goes. All right, cool. And let's see, can I do anything with that? No? Nope, I can just look at it. Cool. And all right, I'm gonna jump in then. So let's go over to my coding screen. So I have VS Code up on the left-hand side, and I have my server, my local host essentially, up on the right-hand side. So I'm going to be working over here and building this out, but specifically I'm going to be diving a bit more into my dashboard page, which is right here. And this dashboard page is going to be what paid users essentially can see, and that is a dashboard that displays their sensory lexicons, their attributes, and then there will be a tab for actually discovering the additional sensory lexicons that the site has as a service. So there's like a sensory lexicon management system, and then that is something that the user can use for creating new sensory lexicons and creating their own personal, like company sensory lexicons for their own products. But then the Discover tab is for discovering the published literature on sensory lexicons that are out there. So I just clicked on it, and this is the references for a bunch of sensory lexicons right here within the published literature. So they're journal articles, and it's just the references for them. I don't know if this is what I'm exactly going to show. I am going to use those references to refer to those sensory lexicons, but I don't know if I'm going to show just these things. I'd like to create the flavor wheels for each sensory lexicon and make it kind of fancy and visually attractive like that, but we will see where this goes. Today I'm going to, if you notice, each of these dashboards actually have pretty much the same style. It's the cards. I did very minimal kind of changes, modifications to these styles. These are from the admin dashboard project. So, looks like, oh man, we got some more followers here. We got Stabby Duck, EGW Cake, BSR, cool. And all right. Well, looks like I got first someone asking me to buy something, so here's to that. That's cool. I don't think I'm going to do that right now. Keeping this cheap and easy. So I'm going to get back to my project then. I'm going to hide that. And let's see. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna get back to this. Okay, so I actually gotta just commit something real quick. I noticed an error in my one vlog video. It was just the one data that was being called was not what I wanted it to be. It was for this attributes page. I had the definition showing up twice instead of the evaluation going up, but I fixed that here. So I'm gonna just commit that real quick before I start anything new. So I'm saying I'm actually show the sensory evaluation data. Okay. Oops. Chat is paused due to scroll. Let's check that out. Okay. All right. Okay, so I got to think about what I want to do next with these projects. So I have these tabs popping up. The home tab currently has nothing, which I'm okay with for the time being. But the others do have the relevant data. I also have these things up here that don't do anything. So if I pull this out, we have this user icon, username. You can't click or do anything with these things. Also, these lexicon stats are static across these pages. Ideally, I would want those to update. I think I might start there because that's pretty simple and easy to get started with today. So let's try this out. So let's start with the lexicon page. I'm going to push this over. And maybe I'll click in here so I can actually see if I can scroll over. No, I can't. Okay. I'll just make this smaller and go over here. Oops. So I want to go to my lexicons. Save that. Okay. So I'm going to start out with the lexicons here. Okay, so this is where this becomes interesting. The lexicons are only, so the lexicon attributes and discover documents, the JSX for them are only printing out the content or rendering the content down here. So this sidebar nav and this top menu nav are within the dashboard itself. So they're being populated here. And I do have the page titles being dynamically presented, and I'm doing that by setting the state based off of the page title, and the page title is being set within the dashboard dashboard navbar. And yeah, so I'm probably going to have to do another state where I am setting two things. Yeah, I mean, I could do this. It's kind of redundant, but I'm going to do it anyways. And I think I was thinking about this earlier. No, I'm going to wait real quick and think about this. So I have the data. Where is the data coming from for these pages? If I'm going to do something at this level, which I think I need to do because of the dashboard menu being the thing that I want to change, I need to also have the data for the pages actually coming out and being loaded on this page. So that is interesting. So I think I'm going to think about this more. Okay, let's take a look at what those loadings look like. Okay, so we just have this stuff. Yeah, I mean, why not? So I'm going to just start with the lexicons. And I'm going to pass props to this component. For those of you not used to or don't understand what props are within React, essentially they are properties that you're passing for components that you make. A component is essentially the reusable kind of aspects of code that you make so that you can reuse it over and over and over again. And it'll usually you'll have it render things within React. So we can see here I have a bunch of JSX, which is JavaScript, HTML, essentially, that will render every time that this component is called within or is being rendered. So it's being rendered here. Well, it's being rendered when the dashboard menu changes, or when the dashboard nav bar changes. So it'll actually be rendered here in outlet. So it's because of routing, which is a bit more complicated. But routing essentially allows you to not change anything else on this page except for what's in this outlet. And right now over here on this page, lexicons is what's being put in that outlet. So yeah, so back to this. I'm going to be putting in the data for each of these tabs. At least I'm going to start with the lexicons right now as a prop for each one of them. And I gotta get rid of this ESLint there. Just next line. And just specify React prop types. That should okay, that's fine. Lexicons array is not defined. Okay, we want to make this lexicons array. That's what we want. That's fine. It's kind of interesting that this didn't update over here, but if I click this again, probably will. Yep. Okay, go back to the dashboard. There we go. Okay, so I grabbed, should be my clipboard. Yep, it's there. So I'm going to go back to the dashboard and I'm going to go up here. And I'm going to pass, where do I do this? On page change. I gotta pass that to, ooh, this is kind of interesting. Never done this before. So I don't think so. I have to pass it up here. Huh. That does not seem great. Well, let's take a look at this. Okay. So I don't really want to put it up in the route switch because I don't want that data loading. I have to load then everything for that at the route switch level. That doesn't make sense. It's going to do that for new users, and new users won't even have lexicons to be able to do that kind of stuff with. So let's take a look at I could essentially define yeah, I think I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. So to explain what I was just thinking about, the excuse me. This is interesting. Okay, let's check. I might just have to put that stats somewhere else. Or I just need to not have the menu be the same for everything. I might have to, yeah, I'm gonna have to think about this a bit. I could also put all of them into components, into one component. So like for these pages that are loading data, I would put stuff into the component. Maybe. Well, I'm gonna try something. It might seem silly, but it's just to get me going right now. So let's go to the dashboard menu, and I'm going to I'm going to grab that piece of JSX that's actually making this lexicon stats over here in the right hand side. I'm just going to throw it in here. Just put it in this. And, okay, that is there. Let's put it somewhere else. That's not a bad spot. Alright, I'm gonna be right back because I have to go to the restroom real quick. So I'll be back. Okay. I am back, and we're going to return to this lexicons page and figure out what I'm doing here. So I have that lexicons array. I think I'll probably be able to just... So this is just going to be the count of the lexicons, which this lexicons array should just be the length. Save that. Oh, nice. 25. That is correct. So this right here updated from 27 to 25, which is correct. And then, interestingly enough, so this is going to be 4 lexicons. And I have to think about what lexicon stats do I want to have. I mean, these are good. Actually, I could just load, because this is getting lexicon data, product type data, and the references. So I could actually not... This is going to be slightly inefficient just because I'm using JSON. I'm just reading in JSONs right now just to keep it simple since I'm not hooking up a backend at the moment. But I think what I'm going to do is import each one of these JSON files that I have for the attributes, papers, and lexicons, or at least the first 2. And then I will calculate the stats from those 2. And that will actually probably solve what I'm trying to do here to make this dynamic over here. So I've got this attributes array, and I want to get an attributes count. So I'm going to go over that attributes array, which, let me take a look at that attributes array. And this is kind of what it looks like. The only problem is that I need to find the length of the unique number of attributes, because if we look here, this is actually more of a references array. So for each attribute, it's ideal to have multiple references, and that is because it's essentially impossible to show a quality or show a concept, teach a concept without having several examples. If you only showed one example, you would leave a lot up to interpretation, because pretty much anything that you show to someone will have many features. And if you only show them one thing, they could decide to focus on any one of those features and make that the concept. So This is more of a references data set, so I need to actually like hone in on the sensory attributes and get the counts for those, and then I can use this for the references count, but for the attributes I'll have to do something a little bit different. Top of the morning to you.
Twitcher.
Hey, I think I got, I don't know if these are bots following me. There's three things that follow me.
Oh.
And then one of them sent me an offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, viewers, chat. They left a message in the chat thing, and it's like selling me something. So
Oh.
yeah.
I was on there at one point.
How'd I look? Was I in the bathroom? Because I went to the bathroom.
No. You were talking, and then someone else joined while I was on.
Oh, really?
Yeah. They were on for like a couple minutes.
Oh, what?
Yep.
See, I don't really know. I guess I gotta bring up the Twitch thing on. This is the problem though, is that the noise will overlap. Also, you're on. Just by the way.
Oh, yes. Hi.
Is that me? Maybe it was me because I pulled this up once.
But when I was on there, it just had one person.
Oh, that was you then. That was probably you, right?
Yeah. And then at one point, it said 2 people.
Oh, that could have been me because I did pull this up one time. At the very beginning, I pulled it up just to see what was.
But why would it say 1 now? Oh, because you just opened this up.
Yeah. Look at the delay.
Yeah, it's funny because I could hear you downstairs, and then I would see you on there.
Nice. Not so live, is it?
Hi, Twitter.
Twitch. All right.
Bye.
Thank you for your company. Excuse me. What is this? Ah, sweet dog. Okay, that's looking good. Make this bigger. Ah, that's what I want. Okay. Lock it. Locked and loaded. Okay, back over to this. So I have attributes array, and I need to find unique, the length of the unique attributes. So filter array for unique attributes and a JavaScript array. So I'm actually dealing with an array of objects for unique attribute value. I guess unique JavaScript filter array of objects by unique property value. That's what I want. Copper, what are you doing, buddy? That's my dog. Slipping and sliding on the fake floors. Copper, come here. Come on. Come on, buddy. Okay. Okay. Hey, bud. I got my puppy right here. He's a big dog, so I can't show you. But he just joined me. He's got his bed right here. He's just gonna sit and look at me, I guess. There he goes. He just got all comfy. Okay, so I am wanting to filter this array. So I'm going to split to the right with this JSON so I can see what the objects look like. And I'm going to try this out. So filter, some value, and get rid of that. With some index and self. And then return self dot find index v equals v dot attribute, because that's what I'm wanting to look at here. So v dot attribute equals v dot attribute, and that is going to be equal to index. We want that to be value for the second thing. I thought that was weird that it was referencing itself. Okay, so we have that, except this is not an attribute count. This is filtered attributes, unique attributes. Unique, which, I mean, I could just keep this as attributes count. Yeah, let's do this. Oopsie. Call this unique attributes. Yep. And I'm going to do u attribute. Well, we'll just we'll call this attributes length or attributes count, which will be unique attributes dot length. And then we're going to put attributes.length down here in this, or attributes count down here. And it looks like I'm getting an error somewhere up here. Lexicon array. Okay, that makes sense. But let's see. Let's delete that real quick. Click that. Okay, yeah. So this attributes length was actually 285, and it just updated to 374, which seems to be the actual amount of unique attributes. Let's just do this real quick, because I want to make sure that that's not counting the references, which would just be counting all the objects. So I'm going to take that attributes array, and it's going to be references count is equal to attributes.array dot length, and I'm going to put that down here. So instead of 1,000, it should be something else. References count. Okay, it's 1,047. Wow, my predictions on those amounts were pretty good. And then we want to do this for the lexicons and the product types. I think the product types is in the lexicons. So let's check that out. Check the data here within lexicons. Scooch up a bit so we can see it. Yep, we have product category. I think that's what I want. So let's start with lexicon count. Let me just, oops, don't use that. Ooh, excuse me. Man, this is a raw stream. A lot different than polished videos. Or trying to make videos polished. Okay. So I had those lexicons up here. I'm just going to grab that. Yeah. This. Copy. Go back here. And we're going to put this under this. And we're going to count that. Lexicons count, which is equal to the lexicons array dot length. And then lexicons count is going to go down here. And let's save that. And that updated to 25. Nice. It was 27 originally. All right, let's do this for the product types as well. So I'm going to essentially use this same thing, but it's going to be, well, I'll type it out. It's going to be unique product. I'm going to shorten this to prodcats, which will be lexicons array. We're going to filter arrow function put value index self and brackets self dot find index return self dot find index. So we're gonna take, this is going to be the value of the object. Okay. Self is the object. Value is interesting. Huh, that's pretty nifty. I don't completely understand that. This is going to be product. I gotta do this because of the way that I have the data set up. Product dot category. Product dot category, and I'm gonna do the same thing over here. For this value, that should be something pairing it to, and index should be fine. Oh, are you serious? I did the wrong thing. Okay, let's redo that. Grab this. Undo, 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 undo. Undo, 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 undo. So, okay, we're back to this, and go down here. Delete, delete, paste. That should be fine. Unique product cats. The whole thing. Categories. And we want to get the product categories count. Product categories count. Unique product categories dot length. And we're going to put that right here under product types. Product unique. Unique product categories count. And okay, so we had 15 earlier, now we have 8. Great. All right, I'm going to take a little break real quick so I can blow my nose and not be discussing, and I'll be right back. Oops, don't end stream. Go back to coding. All right, I'm back. Okay, so I have these lexicon stats actually updating within the dashboard menu. I don't know if this is how this is going to be long term. I think I will probably have this. I don't know what kind of database I'll be using eventually, but I've used MySQL databases in the past. I would probably just have some MySQL calls to get this information for the user. And yeah, load it on this dashboard menu component instead of having to have all that data be kind of coming into it, which is what I'm doing here with the JSON essentially. But because this is kind of like a pseudo reality, it's not exactly what's going to be happening. I'm just working with this just to have something to work with. So I think that is fine for now. But let me comment this out, or comment some things here. Find the create array of unique attributes only. Create array of unique product categories only. And then this is going to be calculate the lexicon, your lexicon stats data. So git add, git commit. Yep. And that's going to be make the lexicon stats dynamic. All right, that's done. So there's lots of different places that I can go with this. I think, so coming back to the lexicons, this is not really the data that I mean, this is part of the data that I want to show. If we go over here, what I would like to show with the lexicons is the attributes that are actually within the lexicons themselves. So I do have some IDs for the relationships between these attributes and these lexicons. It would be, yeah. I think I'm going to stick on a similar vein here and potentially calculate the lexicon stats for the lexicons cards themselves. So we go to the lexicon cards. I'm going to need this attributes data again. Put it here, and that makes sense. Okay, we can scooch this over now because I'm not going to be dealing with that side. I just need to seize one of these things. But I do want to bind these two arrays in some way. And essentially, I have these lexicons. These lexicons have an LID, which is the lexicon ID. And the attribute should also have, yep, that lexicon ID. And I want to use that lexicon ID to get those attributes and references connected with the lexicon itself. And really, I don't necessarily need them to be connected. I just need to filter the attributes array for that data, for the attributes that are in that lexicon, and then count those things. So that might be something that I can do down here in the map. It might not be the best thing to do, but I'm going to do it to try this out. And I'm going to add essentially a thing down here. This is going to be, let's call this attribute count. Excuse me. It's going to be number of attributes. And then I'm going to probably do something similar to what I did up here to get the unique attribute length. Oops, okay. Actually, no. Let's get rid of this. So let's just put a placeholder in here. It's DID, which DLID. Yep. Nope. Okay. That's defined but not used. Let's get the brackets. Okay. I want to have brackets here, I think. Put that there. Put this there. I do want to say return, and I want to do some processing before I return that. I think that should be fine. here. Ooh, come on. Oh my goodness. All right, go back up here. Check this out. Boom. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Okay, this is what I want. I'm like going between a trackpad and my mouse, which I actually have a ball trackpad thingy. Trackball, maybe that's what it's called. But take that attributes array and I just want to do a basic filter. I'm pretty sure. Okay. Go to this. Filter. LID. We want a value. I'm gonna have to look this up. Filter. JavaScript. Filter. Nope. If there's anyone out there and you see what I'm doing and you know it's wrong or you have suggestions, feel free to chat it for sure. Okay, so I want to do that. So this is going to be row. I'll say that. Row dot LID, or maybe that's lexicon. We'll call it Lexi. Lexi, the Lexi lid. Lexi dot lid is equal to the D lid, which it seems like it's probably going to work. So I'm filtering out attributes that are within the, where attributes that have a, oh, maybe that's not actually Lexi, that's an attribute. Attribute with an LID that is equal to the Lexi ID, which is the D lid. Yeah, that's fine. And that's going to be the lexicon attributes. And then that lexicon attributes I'm going to use to find the number of unique attributes, which is going to be this thing. So we're going to take that lexicon attributes array that I created, filter that to get the unique attributes, and then we're going to use the unique attributes to get an attribute count. Oops. Dot length. And I need to make this an actual variable, attributes count. equal to that. Okay. And that's going to be what we put in down here for number of attributes. Attributes count. Nice. We got attributes counts for each one of the lexicons. Okay. And we're going to do the same thing for the references. Which this should already be an array of unique references, but we're going to test that out just to see if that's true. So we'll still do the same thing we're going to be doing up there. We're going to be using that lexicon attributes array. This should be reference. Right? Yep, reference. And this is going to be unique references. And this is going to be references count. And I'm also going to take, this is going to be references count 1. This is going to be references count 2. And that's going to be equal to the original array of lexicon attributes. The length of that. Just to see if this is going to be true. Okay. Call this references count. Number of references. And references count 1. I'm going to copy this whole thing, add it there, and do references count 2. We'll see what that looks like. Okay, maybe we got to add a space or something here. Spam. Do that. Nope. Oops. Space. And we gotta do this. So add some tick marks and space. We got the space. Okay, 42 and 64. Interesting. Huh. That's pretty interesting. Check this out. 22, 51, 39, 55. So which one is more true? Okay. The first one is taking the attributes, finding unique references. Yeah, I think I'm gonna grab some coffee real quick. I am speaking. So what I'm saying here is that there is a disconnect between these two ways of counting the references. The second way is giving me more consistently, I would say, and the first way is showing significantly less. Like specifically for the sweet potatoes, we're only getting one reference when the other way is actually saying there's 14 references, but there's only 13 attributes. So that's actually fine if there are multiple, because we would expect multiple references for an attribute. It's not great to only show one reference for a concept. It is, some people do it. There are published lexicons in the literature that allow that, but it's not ideal. So that this situation is not impossible for the 14, but it's highly unlikely for the references for number 1 to be like that. I think what's potentially going on with 14 is that it's also counting blank spaces. It's just because it's counting the length of the lexicon attributes array, which even if the reference is empty or there's no value for that, it's still going to count the object, which is not what we want. We want to count actual lexicon attribute counts. Okay, so let's do some console logging. Specifically with the unique references. Yeah. We're going to do this with the unique references. Oops. Back up. Okay. Put that there just so we know what it is. And we're going to do this with the unique attributes as well. Don't put that there. Okay. Attributes. Attributes. Cool. Gotta open up the console. Inspect that. Mother. Alright. And I'm gonna bring this over here so you guys can see this. So we got our console log here. Whoa. Of course, it did it for every single one, which is what I wanted. It's what I was asking for. Okay, so let's go to the second to last one. Soy milk. 23 references, 24. Okay. Yep, let's grab this. 23 and 24. Make this bigger. So these should be the same. Interesting. What the heck? Okay. Ah. So this is a good, nice reference set. Oh, and I don't. Interesting. So apparently there's a duplicate potentially in here. Well, I don't think I'm going to dive into this too much. I'm going to keep those console logs or I'm going to comment those out just in case I need them. But what I do want to do, I don't think I want to do this second approach because I don't want to count all the objects. I want to count specifically unique references. And so I like what's going on here, but I think I'm going to add another filter step to this. Can I do this? Is this appropriate? Filter. Don't know if this is good styling, but we're going to do no attribute. Yeah. This attribute dot reference does not equal nothing. Zero. Nice. Okay, that does work. Let's see if it actually worked over here. So I comment out this line. What's it gonna do? Save it. Don't know if that did anything. So we got 42 and 64 for that first one. And then if yeah, so it did change stuff. Let's check out that sweet potato one. Where's, I don't know if I have my console log. Yep, okay, bring that back up. And we want to find the arrays that have 0 and 14 or something like that. 0. Where are you at? that should be it right here. 0. And if we look at this one, which should be unfiltered for empty ones, it has one reference for that first one. Huh. What's going on here? Get a good stretch. Let's make sure that this is I don't know why the Africa one is, or the sweet potato South Africa one is showing 0 references for that first one. So I just changed it so that it does equal no, or like 0, and then that's just gonna be, it ruins everyone else's stuff. I don't understand what's going on here. What is going on here? So that should have re-rendered down here. So all these are kind of blank now, except for this one now has something in it. Okay, let's comment out this part, see what that does. But set this equal to not equal. Interesting. I'm gonna put some curly brackets around this so I can console log what's going on here. And I'll still do this. I'm gonna get rid of these so it's not completely messy. And then go back to this. And oops. There we go. That needs to be a return. So, okay. Go back over here. I'm gonna refresh this so that my console refreshes. Yes, it did. And this is gonna be ugh for all that. That should be the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fifth one down. So it should be, I'm assuming, lexicon with LID of 5. Okay, so we go down here. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Up, up, down. Okay. So that first one, for that, yeah, so this is the sweet potato one. Weird. So it does look like the references are actually blank for all of them. So, so that seems to be correct. The zero number of references. That's a not so great lexicon. No references. Boy. Let's check out the next one, because that's like 21 and 40. So number 6. It's going to be a lot of attributes, which this is from what I remember, this is a big lexicon. I think there's duplicates within this one. So that is good to know. Yeah, because I want to show the counts for the unique number of references. Okay, so I think I'm going to decide to go with this first one. And get rid of this console log. Gonna get rid of this guy here. Call this number of unique references. Probably do the same with the attributes. Number of unique attributes. Now, is there anything else I want to add to this? No, I think that's pretty good for higher level data on the lexicons. So let's make sure I am commenting these things right. Create array of unique references. Don't necessarily need that only. And then I'm going to put these together. Since they're doing the same thing, I'm going to get rid of this part of the variable, since I no longer have two of them. Save it, and good there. Add, git, commit, add count data to lexicon cards. Cool. All right. Gotta think about let's go back over here. I really need my notes. They're upstairs though. I'm probably gonna go get those. So I will be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. I got my notes because I have lots of stuff that I want to do with this, but I was just kind of trying to think about it in my head, which is not great. But I'm going to take a look. I think with the time that I have left, I'm probably going to do maybe another hour and 20 minutes of this, and then end the stream. But with the time that I have left, I'm going to, I think, make this search button or this search thing actually search through these lexicons. And that's going to be at the menu page. Just scooch this over. Dashboard menu. It's another one of those problems. Yeah, okay, so the only problem with this, similar problem that I had earlier with trying to modify this based off of the data that I'm using within the component that's generating these things, these tiles, is that it's we have this route switch right here, and this is where those things are actually those components are actually being called. So I'm not actually able to pass components to those things, which is making me think that it might be a good idea to have this dashboard, part of this dashboard, be generated on each, like at the top dashboard page. So here, but the second part might, so specifically this search bar and then these lexicon stats might be better, more appropriate in the content portion. Just so then the data that is going to be like entered here is going to affect this content, and I don't have to worry about passing between these routed components. I guess there would be an interesting potential solve for this would be there's a way, I think it might be Redux or something like that, that will, I don't know if that's completely correct. I have not used it, but essentially it creates a state that's not dependent upon, it creates a central location for a state, and then you can access it within any component. I don't think I'm going to go down that path just yet for what I'm doing here. So I think I'm going to, like I said, make this bottom portion of the dashboard menu actually be a part of the content, since it's going to affect that content. So how do I do that? I could just copy and paste this menu content, potentially. Menu bottom. Into, put it in our lexicons. which would be put within the content. See that? But let's just put numbers in here for now. Well, we will just grab this stuff too and remove this bottom right part of the menu. No, move the bottom, the complete bottom. Remove the bottom, which is okay. Move this down here. Get rid of that. Get rid of it. Save it. Go over here and put it in here. That should be fine. Should work. Is defined but never used. Oh, that's over here. Go up here. Get rid of these two. Delete. Delete. Get rid of those errors. It's already declared in the upper scope on line 7. Okay. Total. Let's do user unique attributes. This is going to be user unique product categories. It's going to be user unique attributes. User unique product categories. Getting some long names here. Unique. User unique product. Assign value. Something spelled wrong. Okay. Unique. There we go. Already declared. User attributes count. And this is going to be user references count. And then we're going to go down. We're going to go down here to these things and then update these names. So user A and then user ref. All right. And things have disappeared. Ah. Why is it at the bottom? Oh, because I put it at the bottom. So, did I put it at the bottom though? No, I didn't. Projectile. Ouch. It is probably because maybe I should put that in the main content section. Might be because let's check it out. Inspect. If I take off the grid row, the display, remove all this stuff. Okay. It's not exactly what I want. If I, okay. Move the menu bottom and the main top. Main content. What is within content? Content has 2 rows. Really? 2 rows? Yes, it does. So I bet menu bottom and main content. Let's do this. This is going to be 1. Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Cool. Okay. So I just need to assign these rows accordingly, and I need to get rid of this space up here. So I need to go to main content and menu bottom, and I probably need to see, yeah, let's go to dashboard, stuff. Change this to 1, copy that, and find main content. Main content is going to be on the first row. Thought it was going to be on the first row. Wait, what happened here? We just had this working. Oh, okay. Main content needs to be on the second row. There we go. That worked. And we go to the searchy place, menu top, grid row 1. We want menu. To only have 1 row. There we go. But do I like that? Look at it. It's not bad. Where's the search bar? Let's search button, search bar. Maybe we'll just make the search bar white then. Yeah. So I'm going to have to edit that for every single one of these. Okay, that's fine. Because I think this is what I'm wanting. So I'm going to copy this to the attributes page, put it under content, and we are getting some redundancy in this, but that's okay, because I can always do something with it later. And let's actually, well, do this bit by bit. Grab this, attributes, put the attributes over here. Space, do that. We need the lexicons array. Get the lexicons array, put it there. We have that information. And we want that for the discover page too. I don't know if we want the same data, but I'm gonna put this in just for now. Just to keep elements the same. Add those, grab this. For the lexicon stats, put those there. And then we're gonna grab the menu bottom, put that in there as well. I should probably rename that. Then cut that. Pull this. Oh no, I don't want to cut it. I just want to copy it. And I'm going to put this here. So then we have the same thing for those three tabs. Lexicons, attributes, discover. And I probably, that messes up my home page, but that is fine for now. Guess I'll put that in the home page. Okie dokie. Oops. So, copy all this stuff. Find the dashboard home. Paste it in here. And grab, save that. Grab this data. Go up to the top. Add the data. And now that homepage is getting closer to looking better. Okay, so homepage, I have, let's check out the CSS for this. So if we go to the dashboard, CSS, we have search button notifications, content, main content. Sidebar content is that. But what is the sideboard content? Main content, project title, blah, 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 all that stuff. Sidebar content. So they're both within there. And check content. Content has two columns. I think maybe I need to set this as a grid column 1 and also the bottom for the menu bottom thing. So here. No. Let's undo that and undo that. Oops. What happened? Okay. Undo those two things. Inspect this. We're going to check this out. So menu bottom. And sidebar. Sidebar content is, let's do this, grid column 2, right? And then menu bottom grid column 1. Grid column 1. I don't. Auto? I don't know. Doesn't seem to be good. That's interesting. Okay, so if we did that, that's what that would look like. And that's not bad. But that's not what we want for these other pages. Well, it's not bad again. Let's go back. Okay, go back to this, go back to that. Sidebar content. Let's do no, 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 no. Not helping. What we did. Grid. Don't think this is gonna work. But we'll see. Ah! That did work. Not bad. Okay. So set the sidebar content to 2 for grid row. Sidebar content. Grid row. Nope. 2. And let's refresh this. Go to home. Looking good. Looking good. Looking good. Nice. All right. Right, border padding. Let's do actually that's the menu bottom. Grid row 1 to 3. No. Grid column 1 to 3. Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. If we go here, it's gonna show up. Cool. Alright. Okay, let's go back to command line. So I'm gonna commit these changes. Git add. Git commit. Make this more complex. Remove menu bottom from dashboard menu. The content in, so I'm just trying to explain what I'm trying to do here. The menu bottom will affect, is affected by and will affect the data that is used to generate the main content of the page of the dashboard tabs. Moving the menu bottom to each component so the state so the data can be manipulated by state at the component level. A specific example of this would be for allowing the user to search, to use the search bar to find specific data within a tab. Sweet potato lexicon within the search or within the lexicons tab. Okay. Now that just was, I just moved the UI there, but I want to now have this search box be monitored in state so then it can trigger filtering of the arrays that are used within these tabs. So let's go back to move all this crud out of here. Dashboards, CSS, lexicons. Okay. All right, I'm going to create a state. So I gotta import use state. Got it. And the state I'm going to create is called search term. Set search term will be used to modify that state, and we're going to set that initial state to blank. So an empty string. And I want to use that search term somewhere down here. I guess probably right here. So add a filter that will look at the attributes. No, the lexicon data and only return lexicons that is filter based on a pattern. JavaScript return find objects array by property value pattern. Find. You can simply use find method to find an object by property value in an array of. Find method returns the first element in the. That's not what I want. All objects. So essentially what I want to do is test for if a pattern is in a string. Keeping it simple for search right now. Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Includes okay, lexicon dot lexicon. Check that. It's probably product. Lexicon dot product includes search term. Oops. Okay, I need to go back up here and set this to equals. That will work. And search term, never use. Arrow function expected, no return value. That's down here. Okay, I'm gonna keep it like that for now. Don't know if that's going to do anything that I want. Okay. I need to use that set search term, so I want to create an onChanged function. Use effect. I think I want search term, set search term. I don't know if I want this. I don't know if I really want to use that. So I'm going to have constant handle change. So, okay, I'm making a function to do something when the search text changes. So this is going to set, first we're going to send an event to that, and we're going to use the event to change the search term to the event target value. And I need to use that handle change down here on this input. On change. Handle change. Now something's wrong over here. Handle change. Okay, I don't want it to be a constant. I'm defining a function. I did that because I was using an arrow function, but I'm trying to be consistent with how I'm doing everything else. And so now I have a handle change on change for the search bar. So if I type in dr, nice. Not so nice because it's changing the whole UI, but decently enough that I can look up catfish fillets. Oh yeah. So I do want to fix this. Well, create. So I'm going to commit this because it's doing something. Create basic search for lexicons. Now, I want to fix this. So I'm going to type in some words here. Catfish fillet. There we go. Why is it so wide? Or so tall? Gap is 50, blah, blah, blah. Content. Padding, 25. Display, grid, that'll do it. That's template columns. Why is this so large? Left, right, search button, all that. This is a matter of setting the height. What if this is 0? I don't think that's what I want. No. I want 1, and I want see something about the height. Fit content. There we go. That looks better. I don't know if it solved my problem though. Menu bottom, content. Content has grid, template. I need to set the rows because I'm using rows, but I'm not setting them. Grid. Template rows. Auto. Auto. Let's see. One FR? No. 0? No. Fit content? I don't think that's a thing. Definitely not. Auto, and what if we did this one as 1FR? 1FR. That looks good. Potentially. Delete some words. Catfish. Fish fillet. For some reason. No gap. Yeah, we keep the gap there. What if we did double? I mean, we did that, so I don't think this can work. Yeah, seems to do something. I want them to be equal. That's the big thing. If I did this like 50 pixels. Maybe that does something. $60 pixels. Set that to auto. That might work. Yeah, I think that worked. Alright, now I gotta remember what I did. Just double check. Menu bottom. Fit content. Content. What if I did? Add those auto. Let's see if that does anything. Nothing. Okay. So if I got rid of this, would that work? Okay. So let's go to dashboard, and we're going to go to dashboard and set the top to auto. That first row, set of rows or whatever, first row. And then we're going to go to bottom and set the height to fit content, and content we want the grid template rows to have 60 pixels for that search bar and the data, and auto for the second row. And do we have anything else? I feel like no. Yeah. Should work. Catfish. Trying to catch a catfish. Oops. It's gonna be, oh man. So, fish, capitalized, boom. Cool. So I like the way it looks. I guarantee it. That shouldn't do anything. This is not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything. Cool beans, cool beans. Discover is going to be so we go back here and type in blueberry juice. Comes up. Nice. Okay, and pull this over. Okay, so I'm going to commit these changes. Git add, git commit. I'm going to say keep search bar and menu top menu static on search. Nice. All right. I don't know if anyone's out there. Streaming a rerun. What does that mean? I don't know. All right, I think we're gonna call it a day for the stream. I will be back tomorrow. So that's it. If you are tuning into this in the future, thanks for watching.